guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. It is that time of the year. We are going to talk about Sephora savings event for spring 2024. If you guys want to see what are my recommendations and what are on my wish list, then please keep on watching. Let's talk about the Sephora savings event. It starts on 5th of April and it lasts up to 15th of April. All the Sephora collection would be 30% off. The Rouge members can pick it up on the 5th itself for 20% off. VIP members can get 15% off from the 9th to the 15th. And all the insiders will get 10% off from the 9th to the 15th. Depending on what your tiers are, sometimes Sephora sale does make sense and sometimes the companies like the brand sale does make sense. I'll go through it when we dive into the products because some of the brands do not put any sales and some of the brand put excellent sales during Black Friday sale or like throughout the year. So let's begin. I'm going to start off with Rare Beauty because I absolutely love this product. Actually, I'm wearing one of the highlighters on my face. I absolutely would recommend Rare Beauty highlighters. I have the shade Mesmerize and Flaunt. Mesmerize is more of like a pinky tone highlighter, like a pinky champagne tone, I would say. This was the first highlighter that I love that like shininess when it is like brand new. I absolutely ruined it because I use it that much. But when I got Flaunt, I started scribbling over like one end and you will see. Flaunt is more like a goldeny coppery tone and look at that shine. I love it. I only scribble here. And I absolutely love this highlighter. Actually, I'm wearing the shade Flaunt on my face right now. Absolutely love this highlighter. Love this highlighter. Would highly recommend this. Do we have anything else from Rare Beauty? Yes. Rare Beauty's cream bronzer stick is also absolutely one of my favorite cream bronzers in my collection. I have the shade Always Sunny and this is absolutely perfect bronzer for me. I love this tone of product so very much. It's very blendable, very buildable, and that's the tone of Always Sunny. And you can see how beautifully it blends onto the skin. I absolutely love this product. It gives like a very skin-like finish on the skin. It's not like extra dewy. It's not sticky by any means. This is very nice. I love these products from Rare Beauty. My top recommendations for the Sephora sale. Okay, let's talk about Tower 28. Of course, you know how much I love their lip jellies and stuff like that. But I myself might pick up another shade of the Tower 28 concealer. This is a concealer that I have worn so much during 2023 and 2024. Like I have this in the shade Pali, which is like actually my skin tone shade. I might go like 1 or 2 shades lighter and get the shade number 10. This is 12. I think my shade is No Hope. Really love this. I often go with this shade like under my eyes, of course, but all over my face and just blend it like a foundation. This is so effortless. It blends like a dream. Like I absolutely love it. It still feels like skin. It's not heavy underneath the eyes at all. So for that reason, I would highly recommend Tower 28 concealer too. Let's talk complexion products. Out of the complexion products, I actually love Estee Lauder products. I love the original Double Wear as well as the Sheer tint. I often wear this all the time. This is like my glam foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear. I actually put a pump and I'm in the shade 4N1 Shell Beige. I absolutely love this foundation. This is like actually like my right shade, like perfect shade according to me. I absolutely love it. It's very neutral and it is like a medium to tan. I really love this foundation. I cannot recommend this enough. I have a sample version of the Laura Mercier foundation. I love that foundation too. I absolutely love that foundation. I would highly recommend it. I do not have a full version to show it to you. I just have like sample version, but I have been like sparingly using it so very much, and I love it. I have, again, you know, you can see I have like a deeper version of it, so I mix it into the other foundation, but I absolutely love that one too. Let's talk about blushes. Patricia did release blush duos and I have 2 shades with me. I have the original Do We Know Her, which is more of like that orangey peachy shade, perfect for like summer spring season, and I also have Not Too Much, which is the recent release, which is more neutral pink leaning. And I love them both very much. Of course, I use Not Too Much more because that's my speed. but I often go with this too. You can see the dip that's happening here. I really love his formulas, and I am very glad to pick this up. I actually picked this one from his website because I could grab it for like a 15% off, and it was not Sephora sale as yet. I did not pick it up from Sephora because not too much was out of stock that time. I'm not sure if it is in stock or not, but I definitely wanted that shade, so I picked it out from Practitat's website on like a discounted price, which is always a win-win. Let's talk about a face setting powder, a translucent loose setting powder. You know how much I use this. It's the Givenchy Prism Bleep powder in the shade number 4. Yes, and I absolutely love this to be like my absolute last step in my makeup routine. This is the powder that I'm wearing on the center of my face. I use it very sparingly. Very sparingly because one, it is a pricey product, but it blurs everything on my face, and I love it. I am actually eyeing the Huda Beauty's Peach Pie loose setting powder. I'll definitely see if I can get a hand on it or not, but this definitely is my favorite loose setting powder from my collection. Let's also talk about another highlighter product, which you know that I love and I want to recommend it. And that's Makeup by Mario's highlighter, soft glow highlighter in the shade Golden. And you can definitely see the dip going on in this highlighter. I absolutely love this highlighter. Cannot recommend this enough. I love the shade Golden on me. I've not tried any other shade, but this is by far one of my favorite highlighters that I have in my collection. From the high-end category, it's only Rare Beauty and Makeup by Mario that I reach out for the most in my collection, and I definitely wanted to recommend this. Okay, let's talk about a face palette. If you can grab any Hourglass face palette that you were eyeing on the Sephora savings event, especially if you are 20% off like a Rouge member, then I would highly recommend it. Otherwise, hold on to it because Hourglass does 20% off sales on their website too. I have mine in the deeper version. This is the Snake palette. And I absolutely love this palette. I'm not sure if you can find it anymore or not, but if you can find it on like a 20% off, I would highly recommend this. Especially if you are like a medium tan skin tone. I feel like the variety of the products that are in the palette and the way it blends on the skin is absolutely breathtaking. I would have definitely preferred the Owl palette over the Snake palette in the packaging, but the contents inside, A++. Okay, another base product as a primer, which I absolutely love, is the Danessa Myricks Balm powder. I have mine in the shade number 4. Again, you can see how much I've used it because I use it quite often and I love this. I am more of a combination skin type person and I want my oils to sit at bay towards the end of the day. I have a 9-to-5 job. I generally get out of the house around 8:15. I come back, I pick up my kids, I do all the chores in the house, and then when I go to bed and like remove my makeup, I still feel I'm not oily, and that's because of this. I really love this product. I would highly recommend if you are more of a combination oily skin tone person and if you're struggling with your oil speaking through towards the end of the day, try this. I think you'll absolutely be delighted with this. Let's talk about Natasha Denona lipsticks and Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I would highly recommend it if you are a Rouge member to pick it out from the Sephora sale, or if you're not, and if you're just an insider, then you can go to Natasha Denona's website. You can use my code SMITHYSONY to save 15% off on their website, and it ships pretty soon, I would say, and very nicely packaged. I would highly recommend Natasha Denona lipsticks and Natasha Denona My Dream palette and Natasha Denona's My Dream Cheek Trio, the Retro palette. Those are like my top recommendations from Natasha Denona. So if you're not a Rouge member in Sephora, then I would recommend Natasha Denona's website for the sale. So would highly recommend it no matter what. In the Natasha Denona lipstick, I have several more actually. I have the shade Naya, which I'm wearing right now. It's a very beigey, medium deep nude, brownie tone, like a cool tone nude. And then I have the shade Amorosa, which is a lighter pale, neutral tone pinky nude. I have the shade Yana, which is more of a deeper taupey shade. And I have the shade Sammy, which is like a warm tone leading brown shade. All of them beautiful on medium skin tone. I would highly recommend any of them. And in the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, I have the Pillow Talk 2 medium shade, which is like a berry nude shade. would highly recommend this too. Love, love, love this formula. Okay, the last thing that I want to recommend that I have in my collection is the Too Faced blush. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this blush. If you are facing any texture on your skin, this will blur out everything and will give such a beautiful flush on the skin without emphasizing any texture. I have mine in the shade Velvet Crush, and this is like my favorite shade in my collection. Like, I love, love these kind of shades on me. I absolutely love this. Very neutrally pink leaning shade, which leads to more of a cool tone. This is the blush that I'm wearing on my face today. Very similar to Patrick Ta's Not Too Much. So if you have one or the other, if you were eyeing one on the other, it totally depends on the finish on the skin that you're looking for. This would give you a matte finish, whereas the Patrick Ta would give you more of like a glowy natural finish. Okay, now let's move on to the wish list items. And I want you guys to help me to decide what I need to buy and what I not need to buy, because I have a bunch. I have a bunch in my loves list. Okay, so let's start off with the loves list with Sephora collection. I actually have my facial razor set, which I would purchase. I have a sharpener, which I would purchase. I have the matte bronzer powder, which I'm eyeing. It's a very new product, it just launched, and I'm eyeing the shade Beach Bum Tan, which is 02. I feel like these, I've never tried a Sephora collection before, and I'm willing to give it a try. Not sure whether I'll purchase it or not, but I'm definitely willing to give it a try. And especially when the Sephora collection would be 30% off, I feel like that is the best time to buy it. Yeah, and I have a 20% off coupon to use on top of that. I feel like I should buy it. The next thing is that is on my wish list is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush. Now I feel iffy about it just because, not because I do not love Rare Beauty. You clearly saw how much I love their highlighters, but I also feel like these luminous blushes, I'm not a big luminous blush person. I do not like a glowy blush, and the reviews that I've seen on this blush is like, it is like a blush lighter. It's like a blush with highlighter embedded in it, and I tend to not wear that enough. So for that reason, I feel like that can fall off my blush list, that can fall off my wish list. But I was eyeing the shade Hope, which is a nude mauve shade. Again, is anybody surprised? I love a mauve shade. Okay, the next thing that was on my wish list was Makeup by Mario's lip pencils. I've been eyeing this for quite some time, and I'm eyeing actually two shades, which is Spice Chai and Almond. I love a good brown lip pencils, but I very, very recently picked out a few brown lip pencils from NYX, just because I really wanted brown lip pencils. So I'm not sure whether I'm gonna buy it right now or will I wait for the next Sephora sale, but I'm definitely eyeing them. If you have tried a Makeup by Mario's lip pencils, do let me know. Is it worth $24? And which shade should I go to? Spice Chai is a neutral brown, medium brown, and Almond is a light caramel brown. I'm leaning towards Spice Chai, but you guys tell me. The next lipstick. Oh my god, I have been into a lipstick and a blush kick lately. Seriously, I don't know what's wrong with me. The next lipstick that I'm eyeing is ABH Lip Velvet Liquid Lipstick, and I'm eyeing the shade Parchment, which is a peachy brown shade. And I only blame Angelica Nyquist for this. This was not even in my radar, but from the time she has shouted this product out and the way she loves this product, I'm drooling over it. I'm drooling over it. I'll definitely keep my eyes out on it. Looks like I should try it. Looks like I should try it. I'm not sure whether I'm going to purchase it or not, but definitely in my radar. Another product, as I told you, Tower 28's concealer. I am eyeing the shade N NoHo, which is number 10, which is medium with tan neutral undertones. And also from Tower 28, I'm also eyeing their facial spray. I've heard a lot of people rave about this product. I just did not leave into it, and recently I actually did purchase 2 setting sprays, so I feel like I can hold off to it. I purchased the ELF setting spray as well as my Professional setting spray, so I think I'm covered for now. Another thing that is on my wish list is NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I completely went through it, and I have mine in the shade Syracuse, which is MD1, and I love that product. I absolutely love that product. I have a lot of foundations in my collection right now to restore my old favorite. I feel like I should get use out of the ones that I have in my collection, just because these products do not just stay long enough. In my collection, it expires pretty quickly. The next product that I have in my wish list is Tower 28 Volumizing Mascara. Now this I'm definitely eyeing. I've heard great, I've heard a lot of people talk really nice things about it. I love a good voluminous lash. I hate putting false lashes. I push it out to the max not to put false lash, but I love the effect of a false lash effect on me. It's just too much hassle, you guys. It's just too much hassle. I love my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I love my Big Moon mascara. I love a lot of Maybelline lipstick. I generally tend to wear a lot more drugstore mascaras. Do tell me, is it worth trying the Tower 28 beauty mascara, or should I just stick to drugstore mascaras? The next blush that I'm eyeing is House Labs by Lady Gaga's blush, and oh my god, does this shade excite me. The shade French Rosette, I feel like, again, it's very similar to that Patrick Ta blush. It's very similar to that Too Faced blush. It's a neutral rose blush, but I'm drooling over it. I definitely want to try it once. I don't know if it's going to be this sale or should I wait for Black Friday sale, because I can wait. I can definitely wait. I just need it in my collection, but I can wait. So you guys let me know, is it worth trying? I've heard beautiful things about this blush, and she's reduced the size too, not the price so much. It's still a $32 blush, but I'm eyeing. Next, a couple of things are all lip products. Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Smoothing Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Whisper. This is like a soft, cool tone nude. I feel like I will wear it so much. But I also know that Lawless does a lot of sales on their website during the Black Friday sale, so I'm willing to wait too. Also from Lawless, I am eyeing their Forget the Filler Lip Plumper gloss, which is in the shade Maple Sugar, which is a warm truffle. It's like a brownie nude, and I was waiting for a brownie nude to try their formula because, again, we've all heard beautiful things about Lawless lip gloss. I don't know what to go for, but not now, but I'll still wait for it. Huda Beauty has their lip liners, which I absolutely love. I'm eyeing the shade Warm Brown, and also from their lip gloss collection, I'm eyeing the shade Cocoa, which is a deep brown. I feel like, I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of people use Cocoa on them, and I love the look of it. I don't know how much will I use it, just because I'm more of a lipstick person than a lip gloss person. If I'm going for lip gloss, I love that jelly look on me, and I feel like this Huda Beauty lip gloss is that jelly look, like the way Tower 28 looks. I really love that. Talking about lipsticks, I have 3 lipsticks that I'm eyeing from Makeup by Mario. The shade 917, which is a mid-tone warm rose shade, Dumbo, which is a spiced rose shade, and Bronze Baby, which is a soft warm rose shade. I don't know what to go. All 3 of them look so much up my alley. So if you are my skin tone, if you have these Makeup by Mario lipsticks, these satin lipsticks, you guys need to let me know what shade should I go for. I'm eyeing, I love his matte lipsticks. I have the shade Fanda, which I am close to finishing. That's how much I use it. I often use it for my mobby looks to office, and it always stays in my backpack. That's why you're not seeing it here. But I'm eyeing them. I'm eyeing it really hard. Also from Danessa Myricks, her Blurring Balm Powder Flushed Cheek product, which is the blush in Rosé and Brunch, which is again a neutrally rosy pink. How many neutrally rosy pink blush do I need? I don't know. But also I'm eyeing that. It's in my wish list. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not, but it is definitely in my wish list. I don't need so many rosy tone blush in my collection all at once, but I am that person when I crave something, I want it all in the same color. I know it's not good for me. I know. Also from Danessa Myricks, her Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. I've heard so many people rave about it, and I am a person who loves mauves and burgundy tones. I just don't know how much I'm going to use it, just because it's like a pomade and a matte palette, and I do not have any shimmers in it, and I am a big shimmery person. You can see, like, I love to wear shimmers on my eyes. So I don't know how much use would I get out of that palette. Of course, it looks beautiful. I do have Natasha Denona's retro palette, which looks very, very similar. But I don't know if that is the palette for me. And $65 is a lot of money to spend on the palette that I would not use that much. Of course, if I was like a makeup artist, if I was doing makeup on others, this would definitely make sense. But when I have hundreds of palettes in my collection and I'm not able to use these palettes before expiring, I should think like 10 times before buying a product. Also from Merit, it applies to every other product too. Also from Merit, I am eyeing the Signature matte lipstick. I love their original lipsticks. I have one sitting right in front of me, 1990, which is like a cool tone brownie shade. I often wear this. It's a very beautiful, comfortable satin lipstick. But now they came out with matte lipsticks, which I absolutely love, a comfortable matte formula on my lips. And I'm eyeing the shade Warm Brown, which is like equestrian shade. That brown shade looks magical. I love it. Absolutely love it. From Huda Beauty, again, I told you, the loose baking setting powder. I'm definitely eyeing that in the shade Peach Pie. I feel like I'll give it a try this time for sure. Also from Makeup by Mario, I have a few things that are in my cart, which is the matte lipsticks in the shade Garth, which is a cool tone brown shade. Again, because I love the shade Fanda, I'm eyeing that too. And I also am eyeing his cream bronzer, the skin enhancer in the shade Medium Dark, which I've also heard a lot of people, especially Julia on YouTube. She raves about that product so very much, and definitely eyeing that too. And then from Patrick Ta Blush Duo, I'm eyeing the shade She's Blushing. I was eyeing the shade She's Blushing, but I feel like that's very, very similar to Not Too Much. So I'm going to hold off on that. But that is what I had in my wish list for Sephora. I know it is a lot. I will be cutting down on the things in my wish list, and let's see what we purchased during the Sephora sale. I'm excited. I'm excited for Sephora sale. I have a lot of things in my wish list. And I don't know what I'm going to buy, because I already had like a recent haul in my channel. If you've not seen it, I'll link it in the icons above. But I am excited this year about makeup in general. But that's all for today, guys. You guys let me know in the comment section below, what are you eyeing from the Sephora sale? What are your top 3 products that you are planning to get in the Sephora sale? But that's all for today. Happy shopping, you guys. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.